What's going on, guys? Thanks so much for clicking today's video and checking it out. Now, one thing that I'm really happy with, if you see here, just as Gavin applies tension to the bar, he sets himself back, he pulls himself in, he braces himself, and he slightly externally rotates his hips, which creates torque at the bottom of the movement, which allows him to apply more pressure and power throughout the movement, which we have been working on. It's starting, the penny is finally starting to drop, which is good and I am happy with. We are just over halfway through the new training cycle and we are hoping to get him over hopefully about 215 kilos for his next new 1RM, which would be a good 7.5 kilo PB, which I am very confident that he could get. Now, one thing that's exciting, over the next few months he will be sitting his driving test. I am not sure for when, don't quote me, I really don't know, I cannot remember, but over the next few months he's got his driving test, which will be good because it means that he will be able to get himself a car, and instead of cycling 50 plus miles a week easily, he will be driving it, so it means that him hitting his macros will be easier. Fatigue management then means that, well, obviously a lot of fatigue is going to be decreasing because he's no longer cycling over 50 miles a week. Therefore, we can start doing a little bit more with his actual training, and overall his energy expenditure will just be a lot more in favour of getting stronger, which is good. He's doing very well. We still have his macros at the same. His weight is stabilised. He's following them pretty much to a T almost every single day. To my knowledge, he's doing well. He's looking bigger and he's also looking a lot fuller, which I am very happy with. Now, for the end of the training cycle, looking forward, after this training cycle, certain things will be changing. It will still be 3 days a week, as that is all we can manage due to his other training and whatnot. But we will be changing a few wee things, just a few wee things, not too much. You'll see that as it comes, and I'll talk to you in the next training cycle as to why we are changing it. But this training cycle, again, we're just really wanting to get him to the 215 kilogram or thereabouts mark on his deadlift and keep nailing down and improving his technique again with his bench press. A few wee things. The problem is, the main reason, in my opinion, as to why his bum is coming off the ground, well, number one, I don't feel there's enough T-spine extension. Again, I've spoke about this in the past. T-spine extension is just how is thoracic, the thoracic part of your spine, and about extending it as much as possible. Another thing as well is that we're still at the bottom, even before he starts his bench, just about locking his lower body in. So we need to start creating a wee bit more of an arch, so having more lordosis in his lower back and his lumbar spine. So that's the first thing. Then we need to focus on is actually getting the bottom of his glutes nailed and glued down onto the pad and tensed, and then we need to get his feet behind him and then also get his knees externally rotated, because if his knees are externally rotated and his glutes are nailed to the pad and he squeezes his glutes, no matter what, then he won't be able to get his bum off the ground because his glutes will already be fully engaged. Therefore, he can't engage them anymore. Therefore, his hips won't come off the bench, and that is something we'll need to be working on and going forward. However, it is getting better week by week, and we are also hoping to hit a good bench PR as well and get him over this 120 kilogram benchmark. Now, here we're showing this is a new training day, just chucking this in here. This is more of a kind of GPP day, so general physical preparation kind of day. It's not really a full GPP day, it's much more, in my opinion, just of an accessory day. So what we're wanting to do is, in this day, we are wanting to rest the CNS, so it is almost a recovery day, but then we're also wanting to stimulate just some extra hypertrophy in certain muscles, which will have a good carryover effect onto his main movements. So the two movements we're actually concerned about, which is his deadlifts and his bench press, and as well these wee movements is just to create some hypertrophy and stuff like your arms and whatnot, so that he can look a little bit better, be a wee bit bigger, and fill out his t-shirts a little bit more and stuff like that. But again, that isn't our main concern. Now, in my opinion, powerlifters and a lot of people lack and don't do side lateral raises, and in my opinion that is very stupid. I have done a video in the past, but I think I'm going to do a video very soon as to why powerlifters especially, or people just wanting to improve their bench press, as to why they should do side lateral raises. Now, if you think about it, again, cause you can't see me, I can't do a demonstration, but as you are benching, as you're coming more and more and more off the chest, your elbows flare out and out and out and out. Well, if you think about it, as your shoulders elbow flares out, your humerus flares out. Therefore, that is your lateral deltoid is actually working. Therefore, I feel that the more side laterals you do, they will actually have a carryover effect onto your bench press. But again, I would have to go into a lot more detail and show certain demonstrations to really get people's head around it. So if you want to see that video and you made this point, please comment down below letting me know you'd like to see a video as to why powerlifters should do side lateral raises. So this is the end of today's video, guys. Please show Gavin tons of support down in the comment section, give this video a big thumbs up, and as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video.